Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. 176th post here. Unfortunately, it is another sad topic, but it deserves the truth just like everything else, so that's why we're going to do it. It has been reported that what you might call a small time actress has been found dead outside of Seattle, Washington, Auburn. Her name is Misty Upham, or Misty Upham. In Gematria, her name sums to 55, arguably the most important number in numerology. The word numerology sums to 55 itself, just like Misty Upham. Her birthday is a lot like President George W. Bush's. He also has a July 6th birthday. His year is 1946. If you add 7 plus 6 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 2, as we did right here, it sums to 33. That means Misty Upham had a life number of 33. And in her career, her highest honor was being nominated for the 66th Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. If you watch my video blog, read my written blog, you know about the relationship between 33 and 66. If you write out the word 33 with letters, sum it this way, it sums to 66. Also, notice the phrase of OR. In English, O plus R is 15 plus 18, sums to 33. Anyhow, she was found dead just outside of Seattle. Seattle has a gematria of 82. It was once called Alki, though. A-L-K-I. If you add that with simple English gematria, it sums to 33. That's the old name for Seattle, Alki. One of Seattle's most famous landmarks is the Seattle Art Museum, the SAM. S-A-M sums to 33. That museum was established in the year 33. The man who built it has a 33 name. Lots of Masonic tributes in the Seattle area. She was found dead just south of Seattle in Auburn, where one of the larger native reservations is in the region. That's where she was just visiting before she was found dead, a native reservation. This week, they've started reporting that the cause of death was blunt force. Everywhere you look, you'll see this phrase, blunt force. If you sum it the same way we summed Misty Upham, sums to 44. If you use simple English gematria, the word kill equals 44. I've come to discover that this 44 has a lot to do with the assassinations of all sorts of people, from presidents to even small-time actresses. Many, many murders with these same numbers in our history. It's very sad, you guys. The more you dig, the more you find. So in her film career, I didn't write it up here, but it should be noted that her very first film she starred in was in the year 2006, so 8 years earlier. That film was called Expiration Date. Expiration Date. And unfortunately for Misty Upham, I think she reached her expiration date, sadly. So her most successful role, though, was called Frozen River. Frozen River sums to 93. It should be noted that the word frozen alone sums to 39. Just think about the Disney film Frozen right now, how big that is. Frozen River, the occult number 93 represents Saturn, represents Satan. In that movie, she played the character Leela Little Wolf. Little Wolf has the gematria of 44, like the word kill. Also, if you just take the initials LL, L's the 12th letter. So in this Pythagorean gematria, 1 plus 2 for 12 equals 3. So LL is a lot like 3-3. Think about LL Cool J in hip-hop music. Hip is a 33 word. Hop is a 39 word. Here we're seeing those same numbers in Frozen River and Leela Little Wolf. So in her most recent film, before her death, she played Liz. Liz sums to 47. Why is this curious? 47 is an important number in this overall study, also especially to Seattle, because it's on the 47th parallel. Her next movie that's upcoming that hasn't been released yet is called Crawl Space. That also has the gematria of 47. just like the name Liz. In that movie, she was going to play Tina, another name that sums to 44. And think about the name Tina Turner. Tina's 44, Turner's 33. Her whole life she was beat by Ike. At least that's the story the general public got. I-K. I is the 9th letter, K is the 11th. I'm telling you guys, stuff is just coded through and through. Full history of this stuff, you guys, ongoing. She died October 5th this year. October is the only month on the calendar year with a gematria of 33. Has the 33 life number. I think, unfortunately for Misty, she made a pact with the wrong people, and this is what they do. They come to collect. And when they come to collect, it's often people's lives. So for those of you speculating on how many of these celebrity deaths are real or faked, this is where, for me, it becomes murky, because I highly doubt someone such as Misty Upham would fake her death. She's not that successful. Sounds like she comes from modest means. Her sister lives on a native reservation, which, if you've ever been to one, they're some of the poorest places in the country. And as someone who lives up in this region and who's been working with disadvantaged youth and homeless teens, I've worked with a lot of natives from the reservations, and I can attest they're not the prettiest places. Also, this story comes in light of everything else that's lining up right now in this moment in history. All the number 49s. This takes place in Washington State. Washington sums to 49 in gematria. That's the number of Revelation, 49. Seattle sums to 82. That's the number of Armageddon. This recent Philae comet landing reminds us of the movie Armageddon, and is full of all of these same numbers. That comet was discovered September 11th, 1969, if you can believe it. If you're going, so what, I would remind you that Chief Seattle, what Seattle's named after, in gematria the name Chief Seattle sums to 113. He once said, all things are connected, and he gave a speech on March 11th. So Mr. 113 gave a speech on 311, saying all things are connected. The word Indian in gematria sums to 33. And that's largely credited to the story of Christopher Columbus, CC 33. And in this story, somehow it encapsulates it all, in a way, if you really think about it. We got a native girl being violated by some horrible men. And once upon a time, that happened to this entire continent we live in. And now all of us who live here, we're the products. We're the products of that ongoing history and what you could call ongoing injustice. A nation born from genocide that has come to be what it is that we now experience today. And my hope is that in exposing this truth, we can wake up more people, because once people are awake, then we have a chance of stopping this. So that's the message. R.I.P. Misty. Thank you as always for tuning in, Truth Seekers.